Hi, I'm Terrence Kommal. I'm in the esteemed presence and have the great pleasure of spending some time with Professor Tarun Khanna of the Harvard Business School at Harvard University. Professor, thank you for making the time.
Thank you, Terrence.
Thanks, Prof. And you mentioned, whilst we work in these enabling environments, government does have a role. Government, although it's a long process, what do you think the roles of government is in stimulating entrepreneurship and supporting that process?
So I've evolved in my views from being unconstructively critical of the government to realizing that, like in most collections of human beings, there's a distribution of people, in abilities, but also in inclinations. And while there's surely corruption in the government, I don't have any evidence to say that there's more corruption in the government than there is in the private sector. And after all, in Hindi we have a proverb that says, "Do haath se taali bajti hai," which means you clap with two hands, right? I think the message is pretty clear.
Yeah.
I've also come to appreciate, partly as a result of working with the government of India in particular, that most government officials are extremely ethical. And given a chance, they would much rather work on an exciting new project, just like you and I would in the private sector, or I would in an academic setting, much rather work on a very ambitious, very exciting, cutting-edge project that is delivering value to a variety of people, and some to myself, and some to the government agent. No harm there. One of my favorite examples now is in India we've launched, we meaning a collection of well-meaning people enabled by the government, have launched something called the Atal Innovation Mission, AIM, which is an attempt to provide the public goods needed at the grassroots level to trigger innovation all the way from high schools through incubators and funds and all this kind of stuff. But the point is the government is a full partner in that, and there's an apparatus that I would hold up next to any private sector entity in its competence and capabilities.
Yes.
So there's plenty of proof points of this.
Fantastic. Prof, linking back to healthcare, my core training and core field of original interest is, I'm part of a fellowship, the ACEL Fellowship, which is a relationship between the Harvard School of Public Health and University of Pretoria and the Department of Health here. A common conversation point with some of my colleagues is saying, we love innovation, we love entrepreneurship, but what can we do in government? We work within parameters. What are your thoughts of that?
I don't think there's anything different between working within parameters in a state enterprise or a government agency or a regulatory body and working within the parameters set by the corporate world. The market is sometimes a much harder taskmaster than is your public sector boss. So I'm afraid I don't have much sympathy with the idea that there is any intrinsic inapplicability to these ideas within the state sector. I think it's that simple. I think it's more a mindset and inclination, and a willingness to take the first step without being sure of the entire journey.